Hello everybody, this is Anadad71 from Strongest Link Sports, and I'm making a video which is a correction of an error that I made and was pointed out to me by one of the followers. Thank you very much, Jeff. About the solver. As you saw in the prior videos, I was making a floor and a ceiling, right, over here on the points. Let me see if I can dig one up. Here was the floor. What I was saying was we couldn't score, we had to score this or less than this, or this or above. And the reason why I was making that mistake was because I was not taking the minimize and changing it to maximize. It must be on maximize. Now that's a kind of a rookie error, but in fairness to me, I am not one to use Google Sheets all that much. I use Microsoft Excel and have been trained on Microsoft Excel. And I'm not a data guy, so to speak. I'm actually a police officer on the midnight shift for 20-something years. So I've learned how to do all this off of YouTube, just like probably most of you are doing. So with that being said, let's go through and make these corrections. So if you've set up these tabs over here, and you've had the floor and the ceiling point, don't worry about it. It will not affect your score at all. If you just change it to maximize and run it and don't erase anything, you'll always get the right score. That's the good news. It doesn't damage anything, it doesn't hurt anything, and it will not detract from your top score. However, going forward, just to save yourself a moment, put it to maximize. Then we're going to do the variable cells, right? Those are the ins, as you guys remember. So we're going to pull the ins down to 201. And here we go. All right. Let's add those in. Now we're going to bring up the what we want it to do here. So I'm going to quickly do this. Let's go over here. Add new constraint. Okay. Remember, we have to have 9 guys, updates equals 9. Here. Save. Okay. This has to be equal to or less than the $50,000 salary cap. I'm going to update that and save it. We're going to do 1 quarterback. So that's 1 is always equals. Remember, we talked about that. Put it in. Update. Come on, update. Save. 2 over here for the running backs, equal to or less than. Save. For the flex, we're going to go to 3. Update. And we're going to make it greater than or equal to. Come on. There we go. Update. Save. Over here. What is that? The wide receivers. Put them in. Right? Equal to, less than or equal to. Update. Save. Over here. 4. Greater than or equal to. Update. Save. Tight end. Update. Less than or equal to. Update. Save. Over here. 2. Update. Greater than or equal to. Update. Save. DST, we only need 1. Update. Equals. Come on. Update. Save. We're going to run it down to make it binary. If you remember, folks, the in column. Let's pull it down. Get it to 201. Okay. Update. Make it binary. Save it. Now, the one other thing we're going to add to this is the original quotation for the minor amount. So let me see what I mean. We're going to do the score. Update. It has to be equal to or less than 135. Update. Save. You remember the 135 was the score we brought over? There's the formula up there. We minus 1.5. You could do anything you want. Minus 10%, whatever from the prior score. All right? So we're at 4 minutes. See, I'm checking the time on this thing here. I only have a 10-minute limit. So here we go. We're going to solve it. Processing constraints. Now it's going to run through the process of checking the numbers. While it's doing that, we can talk a little bit here. So we've added the solver in. What we didn't do, what we got rid of was, if you remember, there was a number over here to say, go above that number. So it couldn't go you know, I was putting it in for 135 points, and it, for example, it was coming up with 60. And the reason it was doing that, as the guy pointed out to me, is because I didn't set it to maximize. The actual maximize on Excel Solver is the default, because you're optimizing. Wouldn't it make sense if you're going to optimize, you want the most optimal? But apparently, whatever reason, they don't agree with that, and that's fine. They made it, not me. So when you load each open solver, you must put maximize. So go back to your tabs. If you've made like me and you've got several tabs, you can see I have a lot, and I'm still working on them. Just throw them in when I'm bored. Every time you do, open it up, make sure it's on maximize, not minimize, maximize. Go to solver tab number 2, right? Maximize. Solver tab number 3, do them all, maximize. Every single one of these needs to be on maximize. Like I said, if you've already loaded this with the prior, you know, this has to be less than or equal to, or this has to be greater than, and you change it to maximize, you don't have to go in and take the formulas out of this. It won't hurt it. It doesn't do anything to the optimization model. Just leave it. If you think it'd be confusing for you, it's not going to hurt it at all. Okay, so we've hit the 135. I'm just curious, who's this giving me for quarterbacks by now? Where are you? It's Josh McGowan, huh? Oh, yeah, we'll be playing him soon. But, again, these are just for practice anyways, so these aren't even my point projections. Like I told you earlier, I'm just using something that I found along the way. So that's the correction, folks. So please, when you make sure, go through each tab, right? When you go to the add-on section, open solver, open sidebar, make sure it's on maximize, okay? When you go to 2, 3, 4, I mean, you could have 100 of these. All 100 of them, make sure they're set to maximize. If you've already made these with the, you know, these two numbers in it, this has to be equal to or less than, and this has to be greater than or equal to, and you're like, oh, Bob, I don't want to take this out because now it's going to screw my formula up. No, it won't. Just leave it where it is and put it to maximize and run it. You see, I did, and it went to 149. So it works fine with it. It's not going to hurt it at all. Going forward, when you make the new sheets, don't bother putting in the floor anymore, because once you hit maximize, you don't have to do that, right? You just can put this is equal to or less than, and run it. All right? All right, guys, thanks for watching that. Jeff, thanks for pointing out that mistake. Sorry I didn't catch that myself, but anyways, it's corrected now. And please, any comments or anything you want to add or you want to see me make, just let me know, and we'll go from there. I look forward to hearing from all of you. Thumbs up, like, all that fun stuff. And I want to give a little shout out to my daughter too. I have a 12-year-old daughter who's my technical advisor, so that shows you how often I make videos. But she's awesome, and she has her own site called Milo Boa. And if you have children that are interested in art or anything like that, she's a magnificent little artist, somebody you'd want to check out, and they probably enjoy watching her. She's an amazing human being. I love my baby so much. All right, everybody. God bless. God bless Boston. Peace out.